the Reptile Expo. Every reptile introverted's favorite time of the year, where there's once a year thing where they actually go and socialize with people around them and get to see cool reptiles. This episode we filmed what I thought was the coolest species I was able to find at that Hawaiian Expo, and you guys got to see this right here, this cool bag full of nifty tricks, but I taunted you and said I wasn't going to film it into the next episode, and that's the episode today. Today we are going to see all of the Expo goodies that I was able to get. There's some really cool stuff in there, some stuff I'm excited about, and some stuff I'd love to show you guys. So with that all being said, let's unveil the Expo Hall. Now, I'm not going to put this in any specific order, I'm just going to grab whatever I see. It's food. I have that, that's actually the only thing in this bag. Here, I think I'm going to save the gecko for last. We have a really cool gecko, but I'm going to taunt you guys a little further. I'm going to do a little teaser, and I'll do that for last. We still have some cool stuff, so let's start out with some of these bad boys right here. Over here, we do have some roaches. This is pretty much going to be the food section of the DBCB Exotics Expo Hall. In this corner, we have a bunch of lobster roaches. Obviously, as you guys know, I have a lobster colony that I hate, but it is the only colony I have right now, so we decided to re-up the population. Got some males, females, and unsexed babies. Very cool. And then in this one, old boy's finally going back to dubia roach colony breeding. I'm pretty excited. It's been a couple years since I've done, actually it's only been a year since I've done dubia roach colonies. Wicked deal on this. I think this was like $5. Next item. Where are all the stuff? Alright, here's one cool thing. Renee got me wrapped in on doing some insects. Now, ever since I did the Tarantula Collective podcast a little bit earlier in the week, I've really been on my insect spree, especially when we're talking about arachnids, tarantulas, things like that. Obviously, if you guys don't know, we do have an Arizona blonde tarantula, and I've always wanted the green bottle blues. So I finally decided to bite the bullet, and we've got a little sling of a blue bottle blue. Check that guy out right here. Absolutely fantastic. I'll be getting some better B-roll for you guys, but I'm pretty excited for this guy. It is a sling. It's going to take a while to get to that full, beautiful adult size and adult coloration that they have. There's probably some pictures flying by my face right now of what these guys look like adults, but I'm excited to expand on the tarantulas a little bit. It was something where a couple years ago, I was afraid of tarantulas, and it goes a couple years back, I decided to tell myself, you know what, Dakota? You cannot be preaching that snakes and lizards are not scary while also having an irrational fear of arachnids. So I wanted to break that fear. We got a great starter tarantula. I've been having a great time for him, and I'm really excited to start expanding that into the green bottle blues. There's definitely a couple of other species of tarantulas I want to get. The green bottle blue isn't the only one. There's a couple of others, but yeah, I'm excited to take the journey into even more tarantulas over here. We also picked out this really cool little acrylic thing. Let me open this up for you guys. Oh, damn, now I can't return it. Yeah, it's this really cool little acrylic enclosure. Now, I think it's a little bit too big for him right now as a sling. I do have a temporary sling enclosure. It's like a box that's around this big. But once he does get a little bit bigger in size, I think this thing will be pretty cool. I actually don't know how to open it. I'm feeling like, is it slide? I see a magnet. Does that... Does it slide or something? Oh! I got it. Yeah, it's a little sliding thing. I think it's gonna look really nice. It's a nice little show box. That's the oh man, it locks. It's like magnetically locked. That is pretty cool. And it slides, doesn't come up. It's a pretty cool thing. I don't think it'll fit an adult, but I think it'll be a nice little sub-adult juvenile thing. So we'll grow it out from a sling until it's a little bit older, put it in this, and we'll have to buy a bigger one when it becomes a little bit of an older of an animal. Now, unfortunately, Renee's feeling a little bit under the weather, so she's not able to obtain this video. However, I did take all the stuff that she got from the expo as well, and I want to show you guys, because there's definitely some really cool stuff. Number one is going to be these Millipedes. Now, I think these things are absolutely fantastic. Some people are going to be a little bit scared of them, just because they have so many legs, but... let's take a look at this guy. I do not recall what the name of this millipede is. Oh, he's getting scared. I don't recall what the name of this millipede is. Renee knows the name, but they are just a giant, cool species of millipede. We used to have millipedes a lot sooner in the infancy stage of when I was owning reptiles. We had some, I call them brown bombers. They were a little bit smaller than this, but it's still the same size, it's not as wide. But a really cool species. So we decided to get 3 of these bad boys. They are absolutely fantastic. I'm not a fan of centipedes, but I am a fan of millipedes. I like all the little legs, but they're also concealed, so it's also pretty cool. But these guys are so cool, man. Giant millipedes. Just take a look at the size of this thing, dude. We got 3 of them. We're putting them in a nice bioactive enclosure, nice leaf litter. We probably won't see them very often because, like most millipedes, they are gonna burrow. But man, little feelers going on. Look at that little head. Take a look at that, guys. So cool. Absolutely so cool. Over here, Renee did get a black widow. It is it is a species of black widow, one that I cannot pronounce. She's really into the inverts and arachnids kind of thing. I'm just now getting my hands in it with the Arizona blonde and then the green bottle blue tarantula, but a really cool species of spider. Unfortunately, the little case that it's in is a little bit foggy, so unfortunately we can't get a really clear view of what's going on with it. I'll try to get some B-roll a little bit later on so you guys can see the absolute beauty that is this widow. Very excited to see this thing grow out. And then lastly, before we show off the really cool new gecko that we have, these things might be my favorite thing that we got. So these right here, they're shrimps. They're Hawaiian unu something shrimps. This is Renee's thing. It's not really my thing, but I think they're so freaking cool. Also nicknamed giant sea monkeys because you don't really need to do much for them. The guy gave us these like tiny little wafers and it's supposed to last like a year. They don't eat much and they're just really cool to watch swim around. Now these guys will actually be almost like a bright red coloration. However, just because they're a little stressed out, they're a little bit more of this translucent color, but they do fire up like a bit more of a pretty red. Really cool. The guy had like a really big jar of them, like this cool vase type thing, and probably like 100 of them in there, and it was like mesmerizing just watching them go around and around. So that really caught my attention. Renee pulled the trigger, and she got some of these. So I'm really excited. I want to see what she puts them in, what cool decorative thing. They are a brackish water species of shrimp. Luckily, the guy gave us some salt, and there's like this super detailed care guide, which is absolutely fantastic on how to care for these guys. So I'm excited what little decorative things she's gonna put and how she's gonna set it up, and just watch these guys moving around. It's very exciting, dude. It's like mesmerizing watching these little shrimps move around. I mean, it's actually like really cool. I know. I'm like, oh wow, Dakota, shrimps. You're over here like talking like it's a Bolin's python. I don't think. Funny enough, I did see a Bolin's python. I didn't film it, but there's like a minute of footage of these shrimps. That's just where my priorities lie, I guess. A little bit of a drum roll. We gotta see some creepy crawlies. We gotta see things with 100 legs. We gotta see things that are apparently, as the vial suggests, medically significant. However, we do have an actual reptile, not just arachnids and bugs that we're gonna... Not just arachnids and bugs that we are gonna show. And that is gonna bring us to the last part of the haul. This absolutely beautiful day gecko. Kidding me, Dakota? You kept us in suspense for that long for a day gecko? Yes. Yes, I did. Now, if you guys know, I've been on a day gecko kick, moving in from 2021 to 2022, getting 3 different species, the Madagascan giants, the crimson line, well, I guess that's one species, not 2 distinct. The crimson line Madagascan giants and the standing eye. And then moving on to our 3rd species of day gecko, we got the, how do you pronounce it? Lineated day gecko? I know what kind of day gecko it is, I just don't know how to pronounce it. People are like, oh my
god, Dakota impulse buy. No,
I know the day gecko, I don't know how to pronounce because physically my IQ, just mentally, is not that good. This is gonna be a lineated day gecko. Something that really caught my attention with it is the fact that it's got these bold black sidings, a little bit of red to it, but the tail. Now keep in mind this thing is a little bit stressed out right now. It was at an expo full of people running around. Now it drove a car for an hour and a half, and now it has me holding it and shouting big words to pronunciate on the camera. It's having a little bit of a bad day. However, at the expo, this thing's tail was like a neon blue. It was so cool to see, and it was something like I just had to have it. I had to put it in the day gecko collection. There are so many absolutely fantastic species of day gecko, and now I have another one. It's definitely like a Pokemon game with me. I do want to collect all the different cool little species that they have, and I'm excited to have this guy. I'm not sure if it's a male or female yet, or the age of it. I'm gonna grow it out for a little bit longer. I don't really need one. We'll be probably pushing a breeding season on to next season, depending on the age. It's some other stuff I gotta look into. But yeah, depending on that, we'll get a male and or female after this little one everyone is acclimated to our new home, gone through a quarantine procedure, all of that good stuff. And then we'll be putting him and her together and trying to get some babies for these guys, because this is an absolutely fantastic species, dude. I know it doesn't look like much fired down right now, it's stressed out, but maybe I'll put some pictures up or something, because it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm very excited to have this gecko in my collection. There you got it, folks. Not a little bit of a short video over here at DBCB Exotics, but we got to see some very cool little dudes.
Did you show him my dude?
I showed him the shrimps.
The shrimps?
I love the shrimps.
Did you show him the other guys?
I showed all of them.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get to be with you.
I thought you were sick.
No, I'm fine. You forgot that.
Well, show them off.
Oh my god. What are you doing? Okay. I'm scared of that. What are you doing? Can you see him?
Oh, grab it! Grab it! What are you doing? Grab it!
He didn't do anything. Make it focus. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's so cute.
What are they?
Hissers.
Well, tell us something about them.
They hiss. This one's not hissing. Hold
This
on.
is an educational channel now.
It's educational. Well, I can't make him do it. He won't. Oh, he just did, damn it.
There you got it, folks. Not a little bit of a shorter video. As some of you may know, your boy went back to working a job, trying to spruce up DBCB Exotics and get some stuff handled over here. And due to that, I no longer have a flexible schedule to make as long YouTube videos and edited YouTube videos as I would like. So we want to retain the same quality. They're just going to be a little bit shorter than the usual ones. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys always want to see some more cool stuff behind the scenes, geckos for sale, first join Patreon. Patreon's a really cool place to do. It is about 90 degrees when I close the door and have all these hot lights on me, so I'm very hot. Thank you guys so much, as always, for taking the time of your day to follow us over here at DBCB Exotics. We will see you next time, but until then, goodbye.